there will only be a kick of a ball here, despite Down being an inexperienced team. So Down have a good chance here today.
All right, gentlemen, thank you very much for that. OK, it's time for us to go over then to Casement Park. The two Martins are there looking forward to this one, Martin Carney and Marty Morrissey.
Welcome to Casement Park here in Belfast, where there's a capacity crowd almost. They're estimating, officials here in Belfast, that there'll be a crowd of about 26,000. Full capacity is 30,000. There's a buzz around Belfast that you would only associate with the Ulster Championship. This, of course, one of 6 games on this evening. So let's just have a look at the Armagh changes and indeed selection. Brian McAlinden and Brian Canavan wield the axe following a disappointing Ulster Championship performance. Regular goalkeeper Brendan Tierney is replaced by Crossmaglen's Paul Hearty. Aidan O'Rourke is preferred to Kieran Hughes at wing back, while the vacancy at left half forward is given to John Toll from Keady. It's a big day, of course, for the O'Rourke family, because the youngest in the family, Martin, starts at full forward. Surprisingly, when I visited the Down dressing room, Peter McGrath was very confident despite a very young side. They must have the youngest team playing in Championship football. 7 of the minor team that won the All-Ireland title in 1999 start this evening. There are essentially 2 changes from the side that lost to Cavan. Liam Doyle is switched from wing forward to centre half back, thus replacing Micheál McGill. Captain Brian Burns loses his place at centre field to Sean Ward, while Shane Mulholland, who impressed when introduced against Cavan, starts this evening at right half forward. Thank you very much, Michael, and welcome back to Belfast on a cold, windy evening here. As you join us here, we're pausing for our Ronavian. There's a lot of pride at stake here in Belfast. Down in Armagh always produce close encounters. But certainly this evening in Belfast, there's a feeling that Armagh should win this rather easily, with Down having no less than 13 of the starting 15 under 25, and 6 of those just 20 years of age. Pat McEnany is the match referee from Carduff, County Monaghan. He started his career as a referee on this very ground, refereeing a National Football League match between Antrim and Wicklow. The original appointee, Brian White, unavailable, so Pat McEnany is with us here in Belfast. It's a battle for survival to remain in the championship. Armagh playing against the breeze in the opening 35 minutes. And Down equally determined to prove that this young side have the belief, self-belief, to win this intriguing tie. Centre half forward is Michael Walsh. Won a Sigerson Cup with Jordanstown earlier this season. He scored 1-4 against Cavan. First attempt at a free, comes back off the post. Armagh under a little bit of pressure. It's a pretty strong breeze here in Belfast, and Down will be hoping to maximise that advantage in the opening 35. Plunkett McConville pumping that into nobody really in particular, so Paul Hearty gets an early touch. And it's Hirty once more. Nobody readily available. There is now. So Armagh come away with it. Centre half forward is Barry O'Hagan. Jersey pull, referee allowed him the advantage, which is a good decision by Pat McEnany. Good running off the ball by Aidan O'Rourke, but it's Stephen MacDonald that has possession. This now is O'Rourke. Into Oisin McConville. Looking for a little bit of support outside. Decided to lob in Mickey McVeigh. And McVeigh did well. It was a testing ball for the keeper, and Armagh continued to exert pressure. Another testing ball for the keeper, and McVeigh comes up trumps. It's absolutely vital that a goalkeeper with 6 years experience now at intercounty level performs, particularly when you're surrounded by so many young stars. Just 30 years of age, from Castlewellan, playing a very experienced Armagh side. Down have it once more, Michael Walsh. Shane Mulholland scored a point when he came on as a substitute, and thus wins his place in the starting 15. Free to down. Floats this one in beautifully and straight over the bar. Just over 3 minutes played, and Shane Mulholland starts down on the voyage. Joining me in the commentary box this evening is Martin Carney. What do you think so far?
Well, it's vital that down settle and build on their confidence. And it was a great score from Mulholland. They have a very, very good wind in their back, and they must, translate that wind advantage into scores.
Great catch. Armagh win the free thanks to the hard work. Tony McEntee. Down towards Stephen MacDonald. Has been performing very well both for club and county in recent games. Outside is John McEntee, and Armagh have equalised. That's a very good response from Armagh, considering they're playing against this strong breeze. Very good play by Armagh here. Kept possession and took the opportunity when it rose for John McEntee. Breaking ball, so vital in Gaelic football. That's very enterprising play by Armagh. John Toll giving it to MacDonald. And that hits off the post and comes back down towards John Clark. But Armagh win it again. Great persistence. Difficult enough angle. But against the breeze, it was a bit optimistic.
Very optimistic, all right, Marty, but there's one worrying thing from a down point of view. Stephen MacDonald is very busy. There's the ball coming off the upright. In fact, it's the second time the ball has hit the down upright.
Straight down the middle. Armagh going forward again. This time it's Martin O'Rourke. Floats this across the face of the goal. Mickey McVeigh has to be alert and use his right half back, Simon Toland. Michael Walsh is the number 11. That's a good ball in towards the corner. Brendan Coulter has to chase after it. Welcome our viewers from the news, and certainly after 6.5 minutes of play, it's down 1 point, Armagh 1 point. Shane Mulholland got the score after just 3 minutes, but very quickly John McEntee equalised. Armagh playing against a very strong breeze here in Casement Park. It's very much to their advantage. And of course, people can join us on the Saturday game on the other channel as Armagh go into the attack. This is John McEntee. And that's a point. Very good play by McEntee, and he's showing just the reason why McAlinden and Canavan, the joint managers of Armagh, have selected him at right half forward.
Yes, indeed, Marty. That's a great score from John McEntee. But a worrying thing from a down point of view is the manner in which the Armagh team are picking up breaks around the middle of the field. And physically, they seem to be very, very good at breaking the tackles and getting through to the down half-back line.
Straight off the ground. Referee Pat McEnany spotting it. And certainly Down are showing great enthusiasm, but they're going to have to put scores on the scoreboard. Duncan McConville is the player that's down injured at the moment, and his first championship game was against Cavan. He was taken off at half-time, but certainly a player with rich potential. This is the incident again as that ball broke free. There was a clash of heads there. And thus, Duncan McConville received a nasty knock. Down have to control it in the half-back line in midfield if they're to capitalise this wind advantage. Ger Reid getting his first touch in Casement Park. Tony McEntee, Industrix at centre field. Left half back, Andrew McCann. Trying to pump it into the corner, but available is Brendan Carney. Michael Walsh, very involved at centre half forward. Good ball in towards the corner where Shane Ward tries to get there but fails. So it's going to be a sideline ball for Armagh. Well, Pete McGrath surprised me. He was so confident when I visited the dressing room beforehand. He felt that if these boys believed and performed in the opening 10 minutes, they'd be there at the end. Ger Reid. Sideline ball for Down. Duncan McConville thought about taking it quickly, but opted instead to cool matters down. Nobody really running off the ball, so this is going to be floated in long. Paul Herty goes down, and the goalkeeper is fouled inside the small rectangle. It appears that Ger Reid has picked up an injury and requires some medical attention, and that's the reason for the delay at the moment. Goalkeeper Paul Herty just coming out to check on his full-back. There's his club football, of course, with Aero in Craigavon, and very much the first choice at full-back over the last 3 or 4 years. Paul Herty's kick caught by the breeze. The breaking ball favours Armagh. Martin O'Rourke, playing almost as an extra midfielder at the moment, but I think that's not a tactic, it's just that he's floated out to that region. Ocean McConville, great block down, superb. It's good play by Down. This is Brendan Carney from Warren Point. Tenacious in defence, particularly when you have people like the two McNultys and Joe Reid in the full back line. This is Enda McNulty. Not a frontal charge, according to the referee, and it's Kieran McGeaney that tries to control matters. But under pressure, gets it up far as midfield. Right half back, Aidan O'Rourke flings it forward. Tony McEntee, but the pass inside was a throw. Well, that's going to be a free for Down. Quickly taken. Michael Walsh aiming for Shane Ward, holding up possession, giving it to his colleague in the full forward line, Ronan Murtagh. Referee has blown his whistle, and he's giving a free to Down for that challenge by Andrew McCann.
What's noticeable at the moment actually is Down, despite their inexperience, are warming to the challenge and actually are, getting involved in the physical contest and actually doing quite well in them.
Another chance for Shane Mulholland, drops in. And that goes to the left of the goalpost and wide. First wide of the game for Down. Part of the reason for the selection of Paul Herty between the posts for Armagh is the strength and length of his kick-outs. That's going to be crucial now as he faces into that breeze. Picking up the loose ball with Sean Ward. Justin McNulty, a little bit of pressure here. Joe Reid having to deal with a down attack that looks quite dangerous at times, playing with great confidence. This was a throw ball again, and obviously Pat McEnany is very alert to this. This time it was Shane Mulholland that was deemed guilty.
Yes, that's the second time, and it's the correct decision in both cases. One worrying thing, 14 minutes gone, win behind them, one scores, not good enough.
Armagh may be under pressure, but their half-back line and full-back line are doing well. Left half-back for Down is Brendan Carney. Gone into the space is Michael Walsh. And just maybe there, that's where inexperience is shown, because certainly the better option would have been to hold on to the ball. Before we talk about Michael Walsh, this is the throw ball again from Shane Mulholland. The referee immediately spotting it and giving the free to Armagh.
Yes, it's up to the player to show a clear striking action when he transfers the ball from one person to the other with the hand.
Statistically, Down have had only 3 chances in the opening 15 minutes. Armagh have had 6, but they are playing against this breeze. Paul McGrain wins the free, taken by John McEntee. It's a good ball into Aidan O'Rourke. And Armagh still retain the ball. Paul McGrain. To set up Ocean McConville. The clearance by John Clark is a bit rushed. And John McEntee will launch another attack. Stephen McDonald drops that one in towards Martin O'Rourke. Available outside is Paul McGrain. Armagh look dangerous here. And that creativity results in a score for Armagh, scored by centre-half forward Barry O'Hagan. Well, you could certainly contrast this with Michael Walsh's effort a moment ago, where Armagh held possession, Down in contrast rushed it, but a very good point by Armagh. Two Armagh players going up for it. Going to be a free for that foul on Aidan O'Prey. The effort by Michael Walsh. Drops over the crossbar. Down response. They may be young and inexperienced, but they certainly believe in themselves.
Yes, indeed. That's certainly a confidence-boosting score from young Wojcik. Very, very good player, finding it hard to get into the game. But an excellent strike, as we can see here.
It's a fine kick out by Paul Hearty. Paul McGrain coming through the middle is Kieran McGeeney. Great running by the centre half back, and takes his point with ease. This is a facet of Armagh's play that Down are well aware of. Kieran McGeeney's control of the half back line, but most importantly as well, his surge forward at every opportunity.
Yeah, those surges through the middle are damaging Down at the moment, and I don't think they have the physical wherewithal in the centre of their back line to stop them.
Going back together is John McEntee. Enda McNulty. Pumping it in towards Martin O'Rourke. Beating Kieran Byrne. There's a blatant jersey pull by the full-back and captain, and Brian Canavan and Brian McAlinden's men get a valuable free. Oisin McConville taking the point with ease. That's his first in this match. And Armagh increase their tally. Now have a 3-point advantage.
Yes, and I think critically at the moment, actually, Armagh are winning a couple of personal duels. Martin O'Rourke is getting the better of Kieran Byrne. Oisin McConville is getting the better of Clark. And in particular, McDonald is getting the better of Grant, and is causing problems for Down.
Down respond now. Ronan Murcham. Back outside. They have to hold possession until they make an angle. And on this occasion, they register their third wide of the match. Kick out again, goes down the middle. First bad clearance by Armagh, essentially. Aidan O'Prey gives it in towards full forward, Brendan Coulter. Again tries from a difficult angle, and again sends it wide. And this is where inexperience is shown, because really, Down would be far better off, Martin, to think of holding possession.
Very much so, Marty. They don't seem to have the same ability or craft to penetrate as the Armagh team have, and I suppose that comes with experience, and certainly Armagh have the advantage in that respect.
Again, Michael Walsh knocked out of his grasp by Paul McGrain. And Paul picked up a facial injury there, so there's going to be a delay while the big midfielder Ballyhagan gets some medical attention. And of course McGrain is an ex-pupil of Pete McGrath's at St. Coleman's, Newry, and the ties between these players and indeed these counties is unreal at times.
Oh, indeed, they're very strong, Marty. An awful lot of the players from the Armagh team go to school or went to school in St. Coleman's in Newry, where Peter McGrath taught. But just going back to the game actually at the moment, the game is probably, I think, slipping away from Down. With that win, they've only scored 2 points in the first 21 minutes, and they need to score, significantly and regularly over the next, between now and half time if they're going to be in with any chance.
Armagh win the throw. Straight off the cross by Aidan O'Rourke, and the fray is to Down. Going to be taken by Simon Poland. Shane Ward causing problems for Armagh. Here's a chance. Good defending. Andrew McCann. Despite the fact that Down occasionally pose a few threats, the Armagh defence look very confident all the way through. Kieran Byrne getting the better this time of Martin O'Rourke. Good running off the ball as Down surge forward once more. Plunkett McConville. Good defending. Great block down. And Enda McNulty does very well to keep it in. Here's Tony McEntee now. And Armagh go forward once more. Challenge on Paul McGrain was a little late. The referee allows the free to be taken quickly for Down. Shane Mulholland sends this one in, but unfortunately Aidan O'Cray can't reach it, and that's going to be a kick out for Paul Hearty. Diarmuid Marsden very disappointed that he's unable to play this evening. Didn't play with his own club Clonagale in the Armagh Championship last weekend, and is unlikely to figure here today. A little bit of pushing again at centre field, but the referee allows play to continue. Centre half forward Barry O'Hagan. The referee blows his whistle for a late challenge on the Down player, and I think he's having a word with Barry O'Hagan. Barry, who opted out of the panel for the league, but came back in for his very first game against Tyrone. Down with Brendan Carney. Dropping this one in. Comes back outside. So it's Simon Poland. Just a little bit slow in his delivery. And John McEntee operating now almost as a third midfielder and sweeping up any breaking ball there. Barry O'Hagan into Stephen McDonald. That's off the ground. That's going to be a free out to Down.
Yeah, just going back to McEntee, he certainly is sweeping up around the middle of the park, but it must be said that there's greater urgency, intensity to the Armagh game at the moment, in particular in the midfield area.
Gerard Reid bravely going down on it. That intensity was shown there in bravery. Crossfield ball, easily dealt with again. And John McEntee. Remember, Armagh are playing against the breeze in this first half, and they're doing very well. Stephen McDonald did well to control it. Brendan Grant trying to keep him away from the goal area. This is Oisin McConville. Taken away from his grasp brilliantly by John Clark. Down, trying to open up the play with a diagonal ball. Brendan Coulter. the support of Michael Walsh. Has to go back to try and get support from Plunkett McConville. But that goes well wide.
That's an awful waste for Plunkett McConville. It's the second or third time actually he has wasted ball like that. You know, hard won possession. They need to be working that in a little bit better and, you know, getting scores. You know, I've said it already, 2 points in 26 minutes is a dreadful return.
Barry O'Hagan knocks it down for Aidan O'Rourke to run onto. Martin O'Rourke came on in the Tyrone game for his brother Paul, and now commands the first team place. He's going to be a free. To get another foul. This time it was John Toll. Oisin McConville, scorer of 4 points against Tyrone in the opening round of the championship in Ulster. Scored 1 point from play already. And the white flag is raised yet again. Experience evident around the centre of the pitch, breaking the ball down. Martin O'Rourke is bringing Kieran Byrne on a tour of Casement Park. An effort by O'Rourke is well wide. But the signs are ominous there.
And they're almost all through, Marty. I must say they're monopolising possession around the middle of the park. The breaking ball, or whether it's, you know, in the air, they're just far too strong as far as I can see far down. One other point that might be worth mentioning, maybe the down style might suit the, you know, playing into the wind in the second half much better.
Getting the boot in with Sean Ward. Down, go forward, and register their third point. They may lack experience, but they certainly have flair, and they do respond. Every time Armagh go forward, they get one back. Three points between the teams. And again, Armagh with the breaking ball. Good play by Brendan Grass. Another one of the All-Ireland final winners of '99. Pushing on the back was rather blatant. Free to down. Back outside to Michael Walsh. 3 Armagh players around him. Can't scramble the ball free to a colleague. And that's going to be a free out to Armagh and Kieran McGeaney.
Yes, that again is probably down to inexperience. He's trying the impossible there to get through 3 Armagh players who are physically much stronger than him. Might have been better off to let the ball back out to his corner forward that time.
Once more, Armagh surge forward from a simple breaking ball. This is a great run by Barry O'Hagan. Outside, John McEntee. Into Oisin McConville, and Nicky McVeigh had to be alert. Liam Doyle may be wearing number 10, but of course he's operating as a centre half back today. In towards Brendan Coulter. Ger Reid will leave it go out over the end line and wide. breaking ball is so vital in Gaelic football. Easily picked up by Barry O'Hagan, and Down will have to counteract this particular strategy if they're going to gain possession. Much more around centre field. Sean Ward. Liam Doyle pulled down, and Barry O'Hagan will be spoken to in a yellow card. The first of the evening is given to the centre half forward. This is the incident again. No effort to play the ball. The referee judged that to be worthy of a yellow card. The free is rather wasted, however. And Armagh come forward from a deep defensive possession. Good running by Tony McEntee. To his twin brother John. Aidan O'Rourke makes himself available. Oisin McConville loses possession, and it just barely hops over the sideline, but the linesman, I think, is correct. Oisin is rather angry and irritated by the decision. Let's just watch this again. There's the ball. Seemed to hit the flag, actually.
Well, I think it's out then, Marty, in that case. But just in general terms, Armagh seem to be faster, more alert and more composed. And they have adapted their game plan, to counter the conditions. They're playing it very well, the short game very well at the moment.
Long ball not working for Down. Easily picked up by Enda McNulty. Kieran McGeaney. Switches play over to the side, but Sean Ward is there for Down. And that's a terrible challenge by the big number 9 from the Burn Club. And the referee, Pat McEnany, will take stern action here.
I'm very surprised, actually, that he hasn't taken sterner action, because he put his boot right into your man's face. To my mind, that should have been a sending off.
Showed him a yellow card, but I'm surprised he didn't even wait to see. Here's the incident again. No doubt about it. Sean Ward should have been sent for an early shower.
Oh, that's disgraceful that he wasn't sent off in that situation. That's a definite sending off. If you're not sent off for that, then what are you going to be sent off for?
The referee has consulted with his linesman, but he's not actually looking for Sean Ward. He just immediately showed him a yellow card. So the free is for Armagh. But really, Down should be down to 14 men. The free quickly taken. Barry O'Hagan. Difficult angle from out there. Mickey McVeigh is underneath it. And Simon Poland was waiting for it. Aidan O'Prey can't reach it. Ball is aimed at Brendan Coulter. Full forward, shows well for it. Dances his way past two Armagh defenders, but he took too much out of it, and that's going to be a free to Armagh.
2 minutes additional time at the end of normal playing time in this half. 2 additional minutes after the completion of normal playing time.
Knocked away from Stephen McDonald, and he goes for the return. Still McDonald. The wind carrying it across the face of the goal yet again, and that goes out over the end line. For Armagh's third wide of the match. Extra time, according to the fourth official. It's just been announced in the public address. And we're into injury time already here in Belfast. Tony McEntee sets up another Armagh attack. gives the free to Armagh.
Yes, it's the story of the first half. It's just a procession going through the Down defence, and you know, I certainly would fear for Down in the second half when they have to face the elements.
Oisin McConville fully recovered from that challenge by Sean Ward. You can see the mark on his chin there. Oisin has scored 2 points from crease. Third attempt. And it sails over the crossbar. 3 out of 3. That point by McConville was Armagh's first point in the last 3 minutes. And certainly much to talk about, but no doubt who the masters are. Armagh, against the breeze, look by far the better side. But perhaps against the breeze, Down, playing that short ball game, well, it just might suit them. At half-time, however, in Belfast, Armagh lead by 4 points, 7 points to 3.
Players back and crowding out the space, and it worked well against the wind. Now they're going to have to be, and this is the argument, this is what we always say against Armagh, they now must be a little bit more positive, and I'd like to see, if Armagh are going to be seriously threatening All-Ireland honours, you'd like to see positive play from them, playing the ball direct, less of the funneling back and play to their strengths.
Well,
It suit them the second half, Martin Kearney, against the breeze.
Well, indeed it might, but to be honest with you, Marty, I think they have far too much to do. Like, with the aid of this wind, the Armagh inside line should get plenty of the ball, and hopefully the game will, you know, improve in quality a little bit. It's been very untidy up to now.
So the second half is on. 35 minutes will decide the fate of both these counties, whether they're still in the championship or not. Pete McGrath, I'm sure, will be encouraging his players to use the ball far more intelligently in this second half. Ronan Murtagh, the far side, trying to weave past 3 Armagh defenders. The referee gives him the benefit of the doubt, and more importantly, gives him the free. Michael Walsh has gone across to take it. From the same club as Mickey Linden. Nobody really running around the goal mouth, but still good use of the ball, but the final touch, disappointing.
Very much so. Well, the thing that showed is basically that young Walsh doesn't have much confidence in himself. He should have gone for the scores. It's a 13-metre free.
Sean Ward, player who was drafted into the Down panel after the game against Cavan. It's a fine catch. Easily one of the highlights of this game so far. Shane Ward floats this one in. Paul Hilty watches it, drops it. And the referee deemed that the goalkeeper was fouled. The ball falls rather nicely for Stephen McDonald. It's a ball that should have been cleared. An effort from way out the field by John McEntee floats over the bar for his 3rd point of the match. Five points now between the teams. This is a very good response by Armagh, but it's a ball that should have been cleared further out. But due credit to the wing forward from Crossmaglen, John McEntee. Barry O'Hagan feeds it back to McEntee. This is Andrew McCann. To centre half forward, Barry O'Hagan. And this is looking rather dangerous from a down perspective. They have it once more. Duncan McConville is back there to help out his defence. That's going to be a free out for the men from the Mourne Mountains. Just scrappy clearance by Down as Armagh consolidate their superiority around midfield at the very start of this second half. Martin O'Rourke outside to Andrew McCann. Lovely little jump from Oisin McConville. Showed a little bit too much of the ball, and Down come away with it. Shane Mulholland shows well. Very few options for him though, except to give it back to John Clark. And it's Shane Mulholland again. Andrew McCann fails to stop him. This is Ronan Murtagh. Justin McNulty blocking his path to goal. Shane Ward. Nice skill. Can he finish? Comes into Michael Walsh. Takes a shot, and it's an easy ball for Paul Hearty. Kieran McConville now waiting for that, Kieran McGeaney rather, waiting for that loose ball. And that's going to be a free for a foul off the ball.
Yes, that's sad from a Down point of view. They've had two good attacks there and two opportunities spurned.
Barry O'Hagan sending it across field to Stephen McDonald. Onto that trusty left foot. And that goes over the bar. By all accounts, Stephen McDonald has been performing very well in training. And his efforts on the training field is reflected on the scoreboard now.
Yes, indeed. And that recent little cameo actually illustrates the difference between the two teams. The down attack, a poor ball, breastfed into the goalkeeper, and immediately downfield, Stephen McDonald scores a point.
Brendan Kearney has the ball, but can't get up off the ground. Going to be a free to Down. And Holland sends it over towards Michael Walsh. And you could see that that challenge was coming from Ger Reid. An illegal one. So it's going to be a free for Down. Quickly taken by Simon Poland. Brendan Coulter's effort. Dropping in. And back there is Aidan O'Rourke. The idea from John McEntee to flick it on was an intelligent one, but it just didn't come off for him. Duncan McConville. No one really available for him. And the pass goes astray. Kieran McGeaney again, setting up the Armagh attack. Oisin McConville causing endless problems now for Down. Whether it be Brendan Grant or John Clark that's marking him.
Yes, and worryingly from the game's point of view, the sense of contest is ebbing gradually from it.
John Clark has just seen a yellow card. Young cornerback from the Unreath club in around Kilkeel. As Oisin McConville drops this in, but there was an Armagh man inside the small rectangle. There's a free out for Down. John Clark just having a word with the referee, asking why did he see a yellow card. Liam Doyle. Over towards Aidan O'Fray. And really Down have to use the short ball against this exceptionally strong breeze. Well won by Michael Walsh. Shane Mulholland sneaking it inside the Armagh cover. Working very hard. Mulholland has to go back again and start around the centre forward area where Michael Walsh is. But he loses possession. Paul McGrath doesn't get it very far. Back inside towards Shane Ward. Plenty of Armagh cover. Aidan O'Prey again. Armagh forming a wall there, and Down just finding it impossible to get by. Line ball for Armagh. Good block here by Aidan O'Prey. Keeps the pressure on Armagh. John Clark's pass going astray. And using the wind. Great long ball. There's a chance here for Armagh. Stephen McDonald's home post. Goal Armagh. It was coming for a while, but a wonderful counter-attack. And I suppose in contrast to Down's play in the first half, this is an example of how you should use the wind to your advantage. A long, deep ball which found Down out of possession, and Stephen McDonald had a simple task to finish it off. Great work by Armagh, and really Mickey McVeigh had no chance.
Yes, you must credit Kieran McGeady in the first phase. It was a wonderful long ball, but you also must credit Martin O'Rourke's vision, the way he picked out Stephen McDonald.
There's a substitute on for Down. This is Micheál McGill, who of course played for Down during the All-Ireland victory in '94, but he played against Cavan at centre-half back, and the man that's going off is Plunkett McConville. But Armagh are well on their way now to victory here. Stephen McDonald going perhaps for his second goal. Wisely put the brakes on, but unfortunately didn't finish well.
Certainly there was another goal chance on that time. I think they sent Barry O'Hagan a big